In this video, I am not going to explain to you how to do search engine optimization, or SEO. It's a dark art, and there are plenty of websites and training courses and videos that will claim to tell you the secrets of good search engine optimization. If that's what you need, you're excused, because this video is for people who just need a simple, clear, and accurate description of what SEO is. Search engine optimization is the practice of improving the quality and quantity of traffic to your website from unpaid search engine results. Unpaid traffic is also known as organic traffic or natural traffic, and it compares with paid traffic, where you have paid to advertise with the search engine and therefore get your name and your website at the top of its list of results. Search engines are nothing but machines for providing answers to questions. They catalogue billions of pieces of information from text, from image, from video, from audio, and other sources too. And they do this so that they can find the one source which they believe will give the best answer to your question. As a result, SEO works by understanding two things. The first is how the search engines work, the algorithms they use, and the discrimination methods they employ to detect which is likely to be the best website to answer your question. The second is an understanding of people and how they ask questions. It's about knowing that if they want the answer to a specific question, they're likely to ask it in a certain way. It's about understanding the sorts of words they use and the type of content they like. By combining your understanding of these two things, you can optimize your content so that it is found and served as the answer to queries for which it does indeed provide a good answer. Now, you might have heard the terms white hat and black hat SEO. And in crude terms, these represent respectively good and bad practices for search engine optimization. Good and bad determined by the search engines themselves. White hat SEO follows the rules set by the search engines and is designed to provide the right, honest answers to search queries. If your SEO intends to deliver a good service to would-be users, then it's likely to fall under the white hat category. On the other hand, if your SEO is designed to provide your content to users even though it may not be useful or even appropriate for them, then chances are you're using black hat techniques. Black hat SEO refers to techniques which are designed to fool the search engines into serving content that may not be appropriate for the user. Black hat SEO can, of course, work, but it puts you at risk. It lacks integrity, it puts your reputation at risk, and ultimately, it creates the risk that the search engines will penalize your website and possibly even completely delist it. If you're honest about the way you present your content, then your SEO will be white hat and you will be safe. If you know you're trying to game the system, then chances are you're straying to the dark side. I said I'm not going to tell you how to do SEO, and I'm not, but there are some generally agreed good practices that you can follow, and there are also some things to avoid. And I've drawn this list from the search engine sites themselves. The first, and I hope obvious, good practice is to build your website and its pages for the users and not for the search engine. What does this mean? Well, firstly, create good quality, engaging, easy to find, easy to read content that answers the question promised in the title. Don't deceive your readers. Keep your titles an honest representation of the content. And avoid using any kinds of tricks just to rise up the search rankings. Page speed is important. If your page loads slowly, then the search engines will penalize you. If it loads quickly and people can get access to their information without frustration, then of course the search engines will like it. So too is a pleasant user experience. So cluttering up your pages with adverts and confusing links isn't going to help. By all means, use metadata to help the search engines find and understand your content, but use it fairly. Use it to accurately label the images, the tables, the texts, and all the other sorts of content that you have, so that the search engines know accurately what is in your content. And finally, make your URLs descriptive and avoid using non-letter characters. So, what are the practices we need to avoid? Well, of course, the first and most important is avoid poor content. Poor content that is generated automatically by some of these services you can buy, or content that is written by hacks, or content that is copied from elsewhere. Content that has little or no original content, and of course, content that is overwhelmed by links and ads and things that your readers don't really want. And the other thing to absolutely avoid is deceitful content that sets out to lie to the search engines. If your website shows different content to the search engine's crawlers than it does to users, then that's called cloaking, and it is a deep black hat technique. If the search engines find out about it, they will penalize you. But so too with hidden text and links. The easiest thing is to put white text on a white background. The reader won't see it, but the search engines will. But if they find out about it, they won't like it. Likewise, links that are paid to take people to other pages or paid links to drop people on your site will cause penalties. Make sure that the content you have is original. Avoid copying content from elsewhere. And finally, avoid that nasty practice of keyword stuffing. Putting the keywords you want to rank for in every sentence so that the search engines can't miss it. Because the search engines will spot keywords when they're used naturally, but if they appear far too often, then the search engine will mistrust your content. So, does SEO matter? And if so, why? Well, the simple fact is that most traffic to most websites comes from organic search. Therefore, if white hat SEO can get you to the top of an organic search page, then your website will benefit from it. In this sense, paid advertising, social media, and other online platforms like directories are secondary to good quality search engine optimization. However, do note that most experts on search engines and SEO acknowledge that the second biggest search engine is YouTube. People search for knowledge and content using the YouTube search function. So if you're putting videos onto YouTube, treat your descriptions, your tags, titles as being worthy of high quality SEO. Secondly, the other really big reason why SEO is important is because it will continue to work for you long after you have put in the effort. Whilst your content remains relevant and current, then SEO will drive people to that content and will repay the effort you put in. So SEO is about getting people to see your content in a fair and honest way. And if you do it properly, you will reap great rewards. Please do give a thumbs up if you like this video. There'll be loads more great management courses content for you, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.